Today's workout is 5 minutes of pure core. We're gonna head down to the mat and start in a plank position. We have 30 seconds of plank followed by 30 seconds of a crunch exercise. I'm gonna go through some variations. So you can always do your plank full on, which means palms flat on those toes, extended way forward. If you sink back in those toes, it takes a little bit of the effectiveness away. So make sure you're nice and long. If that gets too intense, you can always drop to one knee or both knees. Just make sure those hips are forward, your body's nice and flat. We're gonna add in here, lifting up the hips and flattening back out. Very minute movement. Every time you flatten, you wanna make sure you're squeezing that core in tight again. If you know what a Kegel squeeze is, this is where it applies. Flipping right over onto the back. Heels out in front of you, fingertips behind your head. We're gonna lift up both heels at the same time off the floor. Again, very small motion, very small movement, but you wanna make sure you're squeezing tight from hip bone across to hip bone, like a donut, squeezing your spine. Squeeze up, squeeze up. I don't think many fitness videos use the word donut, but I did. You can see you don't have to go far. Everything comes off the floor at the same time. Right back into that plank pose is where we get a little more intense. Again, set yourself first. We're gonna drive the knees forward one at a time. Now you wanna make sure that you're not sitting back on this one. It's not just the leg that's moving, the whole body rocks forward. Check your alignment. If you can do this in front of a mirror, great. Body should be nice and long. And when you're doing it right, you feel it everywhere in your belly. A little bit in the legs, shoulder blades, because you're pulling back, and shoulders. Flipping back over. Next variation. Right arm up, right leg extended, hands behind the head, or hand behind the head. Lift up and release. Lift up and release. It's the same side. Again, very controlled motion. You do not have to go fast. You do not have to go high. Want to work on that form. Make sure you're breathing, never holding that breath, and back to that plank. Next variation, we're going to do one leg at a time, pulling the knee across and center, across and center, across and center. Notice the hip dips, but then resets itself every time you're back in that center position. Again, slow and controlled. You can go fast with these, but we tend to lose the form. Better off doing an effective, slower movement. Back to center, double heel off the floor, fingertips behind the head. Notice I'm not lifting all the way up. Keeping those legs low, you'll feel this a little more intensely, or a lot more intensely. Back to that plank. Again, increasing the intensity, we're going to take that leg across, extend the foot out, back into center, and hips go back down, facing the floor. Out. If any of these get too intense, go back to whichever one you feel comfortable with. Make sure those hands stay flat. And back to center on your left arm and the left leg. Right hand behind the head and lift up, release, up, release. You can just move the arm and the leg without lifting the shoulder, and you should still feel this. Or you can lift up. And again, back to plank. We're going to take those legs and go any variation. You can come up and up, across, across. You can hold what we did in the beginning. You choose. And back to that double knee. We're in the last one already. That goes quick. Awesome job. 5 minutes, pure core.